business trip.
Did the people move around?
It does tingle a little bit. Peter's got a pen. I have got the chips here. Let us pull out a number, and we have number 5 for tonight. So number 5 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here's part of my top 3 from last week.
This week's top 3 is your favorite Disney resorts to explore.
So not to stay at?
Not to stay at, just to hang out at.
Weird.
You ready? We got 20.
Thinking about taking a trip to Disneyland, Disney World, maybe a Disney cruise, or one of the other amazing Disney destinations? Contact me at Princess of the Mouse, and I'd love to work with you on your itinerary to the most magical places in the world.
You can contact Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel on Facebook at PATM Disney Travel. All right. We got 3. I'm going to go ahead and go first this week. I've given
I
you
was
first.
actually about to say, if you were going to call me up, I was going to say, you know what? It's really unfair that you get like an extra 2 minutes to think.
No, I'm ready to go on this one. My number 3 resort to explore is going to be Art of Animation. Art of Animation, Value Resort over Hourglass Lake. I guess they call it the Hollywood Studios area. Really fun. Lots of good characters to take pictures with. One of the best pools in all of the resorts in the Big Blue Pool. Yes. And just a lot of fun with little kids. 3 distinctive areas. You have the Little Mermaid section. You've got the Lion King section. You've got the Cars section. Lots of characters. Lots of larger-than-life things that you can take pictures with. A lot of fun. That is my number 3. What is your number 3?
You know, I had a different number 3, but I'm actually going to steal a page from your book, and I'm going to talk about fun value resorts, and I'm going to go with All-Star Movies as my number 3.
Okay.
Pulling an audible from what I had originally put. So kind of a similar idea. What is wonderful about the All-Stars is if you find yourself going, hey, we really, really want a budget resort. Pop Century is great, but you can typically for $30, $40, even $50 a night cheaper get over to an all-star resort. And if you're going to do an all-star resort all day, every day, All-Star Movies is the place to go. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of IP all over the place. It's a lot of fun to walk around and find all the big characters and find all the little things that they've put in. And, a close second goes to music because you can kind of walk around and they have sort of like the music sheets from some of the most popular, famous songs of Disney. But definitely sports is like the worst of those 3. But similar idea, it's fun walking around the all-star areas just because of some of the more deluxe resorts, you lose the in-your-face IP, which can be a pro and a con.
Yeah.
But if you're going for a budget resort, like movies is a lot of fun. Just seeing all of those characters all over the place, walking around the resort, seeing them all is a good time.
All right, let's move on to number 2. So my number 2, and I'm going to probably steal one of your last 2. It's going to be Riviera. Riviera is a fantastic resort to explore. Not only is the decor in the resort absolutely fantastic, it's got 2 great pool areas. It's got a bocce ball court. It's got one of the best character meals on property right now at Topolino's. Just a great resort. And if you get the chance to stay there, the rooms are equally as great. My family had a chance to stay there 2 years ago now. Wow.
Yeah, it was immediately
July of 2020, right after the pandemic. And yeah, no, just Really, 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 really nice resort. Love the area, being able to walk around, and love being able to see two parks from the resort as well. So, so if you're there at night, you can actually see fireworks from Epcot and from Hollywood Studios. So,
You can also actually see the Magic Kingdom fireworks off in the distance as well.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's in the distance, but yeah.
Yeah. So, actually, so I did not pick Riviera Resort, figuring that it'd be a little bit too, on the nose. Like, oh, he went with the home resort that he stays at a lot. But I will also tell you one other cool thing about Riviera, since you put it on your list. When you come out of the Skyliner station, coming from Epcot towards Caribbean Beach, if you walk down the ramp and go immediately through, there's this little archway
Where the
that's got
fountain
some
is.
fountains in it.
Yeah.
And there's mosaic tiles of a couple of movies that is just stunning.
Yes.
Just absolutely stunning.
Yeah, they are very similar to the ones that are in the castle walkway.
Yes, that's a really good
But
comparison.
much bigger in scale because they go all the way up around the arch.
And one of them's Rapunzel, so it's like lanterns all the way up and above your head. It's so impressive. Okay, so my number two is going to be Fort Wilderness.
Okay.
Right? So here's why Fort Wilderness is just a fantastic time to explore. Okay, so you can go to Fort Wilderness and you can go horseback riding. You can go to Fort Wilderness and they have a great pool. You can go to Fort Wilderness and because it's a campground, they have like a whole big like rec room with pool and arcade games and all of that great stuff. And then if you go to the far end of the resort down by the lake, there's this big store. You've got the hoop-de-doo. You've got a quick service window. You've got a restaurant that either allows you to order quick service or sit down right next to hoop-de-doo. You can grab food. There's picnic tables all over the place. You can go all the way down to the dock and sit down by the beach. It's just Fort Wilderness. We camped there a few years ago, and it is just an amazing, huge resort. If you want to talk about a way to just sort of like relax and unwind on an off day, heading to Fort Wilderness and just sort of exploring that property. You've got woods, you've got nature walks, you've got all of these things that a campground offers. And it's in the middle of Disney. So Fort Wilderness is, being a camper myself, Fort Wilderness is an awesome way of blending two of my passions into one. So I got to put that on my list.
Okay. Let's go to number one. And I'm going to cheat here.
If you take mine, I'm going to stab you.
I'm going to go with Saratoga Springs.
Ah, sweet. You didn't take mine.
And for a lot of different reasons. It's set up like a moderate resort with multiple bus stations, very spread out resort, nice pool, but it's got amenities that a lot of resorts don't have. It has got Lake Buena Vista Golf Course that is part of the resort that you can walk to from most of the rooms. If you can't walk to it, you can ride a bus to one of the stations close and walk from there. You also have the ability to walk to Disney Springs from this resort. Or take a boat. So you've got a couple of different ways to get to a large shopping and dining complex from this resort as well. So that makes that my number one resort to explore.
There also are treehouse villas, which are just kind of cool to look at as well.
Yes. They are very hidden now. When I first started going, you could see them very well from the road. Now you cannot.
Right. That's a bucket list of mine, is to stay on the Polynesian bungalow out in the middle of the lake and also stay in a treehouse villa at Saratoga. All right, my number one. Do you want to try and guess? Do you want to guess?
Polynesian.
Yeah, you're totally right. Nice work. Good work, man. Yep, my number one is Polynesian. So that was a bucket list of mine from when I was a little kid. I remember going through when I was about, 12 years old. And I remember like riding the monorail through Polynesian because we were staying I think we were staying off site. So we were coming through the TTC, and I remember looking at Polynesian when I was a little kid and going, someday I'm going to stay there. Because I remember going to the luau and like walking in and being just blown away by the grandeur of this hotel. And I was like, someday. And so now, being a DVC member, I have lived my dream. And the pool with the volcano and the splash pad is remarkable. But that's not even where the magic starts. There's a big pool off to the side that has a bar where they have sports going. It's a great way to spend like a Sunday afternoon during football season. It's a great place if you're down there and you need to get some work done. Like, it's a fantastic little pool to sit in. On top of that, you have Ohana. You have this coffee bar. Outside of Ohana, there's a little bar area that is a great place to just spend a few hours. And downstairs, near the quick service area, near Captain Cook's downstairs area, just down the hallway is Trader Sam's Grog Grotto, which is so hidden, but it's a top 3 bar at Disney. It is absolutely a top 3 bar at Disney. So if you're down there with people over 21 years old and you're just taking a day off, hit Trader Sam's Grog Grotto. It is a fantastic experience. The drinks are amazing. The people are awesome. It's just like this magical little oasis. So yeah, Polynesian. Oh, and then I can rent charter boats and go out onto the Seven Seas Lagoon from Polynesian as well.
And from the Polynesian, you can walk to the Magnolia, the
Yep.
Palm, and Oak Trail.
Yeah, crazy short walk. Like, I was gonna get Matt a flag for his birthday. It's right there, actually. I'm pointing at it right now on my screen. Yeah, so Matt had mentioned for his birthday that he would love to get the 50th anniversary golf flag. So I was staying at Polynesian, and I was like, okay, I just gotta like run over to this course. How far is it? It was like a 5-minute walk to get to Palm, Magnolia, and Oak Trail, and to get over to the golf courses. Yeah, and you can walk to Grand Floridian, which then you can walk into Magic Kingdom. You can easily walk down to the TTC and catch monorails to Magic Kingdom or Epcot. Like, Polynesian, it's a phenomenal resort. It really is. I've been back there a couple of times now, and there's a reason it is worth the money that you got to pay to stay there. It really is.
Oh yeah. And we continue to go to the Polynesian for different things. We love Ohana. We hate that the luau's gone. We've watched the fireworks from the beach.
Like, I love getting Ohana reservations on Magic Kingdom days and just like drop down to Polynesian, and it's reasonably priced. Even with the characters there, it's reasonably priced.
Yeah.
And it's, oh my God, the food is so good.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. All right. Well, where can people find you?
Are we not doing fan questions?
We are going to do a client question. We'll do that after we hit the break.
In this break, am I stopping and restarting?
Sure, you can do that.
Okay, I'm going to go do that, and then we can talk about where people find me at the end of fan questions.
Okay. Sounds good.
You got to rejoin too.
Yep. Hey, thanks for checking us out today. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons to help out the channel. Also, if you're looking for some more Disney content, check this out. I think you're going to like it.